As we move into our transition from Final Cut Pro 7 to Final Cut Pro X, Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, and Avid Media Composer, there's going to be options for you to move your projects from legacy systems to our newer systems. So this is the first tutorial on how to move your project from Final Cut Pro 7 to Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. So let's start by opening up Final Cut Pro. I have a project open here already with, as you can see, a bunch of different bins. This is just the room tone assignment. This is just to kind of show you, give you an idea of what you can possibly bring across. So I have 4 different bins, obviously a bunch of different clips. I have a sequence that has some text, and it has color bars, and it has, you know, a bunch of different video clips obviously edited together, as well as transitions. So it's got crossfades, it's got dissolves, it's got a bunch of different elements. So we're going to bring this project across to Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. We're going to start by selecting everything in this project that we want to bring across. And I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut, although you can also find this in the Edit menu. I'm going to use Command A, which is a Select All. And like I said, it's also up here in Edit, Select All. We're also going to go up into the browser window, and we're also going to choose Edit, Select All, or Command A, which is going to select everything in our sequence and everything in our browser window. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to navigate up to File, Export, and XML. So XML is a file which basically translates all the information that you have in this project across to Premiere Pro CS6. Now, it's not specifically for Premiere Pro CS6. It's kind of a generic exchange language, let's call it. But it's the file that you'll need to open in Premiere Pro CS6 in order to basically pull up all the same information that's here in Final Cut Pro 7. So as we export this XML, you see that we have a dialog box that pops up. It also tells us what our source is before we export it. So we are exporting through this XML 4 bins, 27 clips, and 1 timeline or sequence. It's referred to as both in Final Cut Pro 7. The format we are going to leave as the default, Apple XML Interchange Format version 5. And we are going to make sure that Include Master Clips Outside of Selection is deselected and Save Project with Latest Clip Metadata is selected. We don't need Include Master Clips Outside of Selection because we've selected everything, but we do need this Save Project with Latest Clip Metadata. So we're going to click OK. We're going to find a spot to save this file. So I'm just going to call this, I'm going to save it on the desktop. I'm going to call it Final Cut Pro 7 to CS6. And I'm going to save it. Once it's done, I'm going to hide Final Cut Pro. I'm going to go ahead and open Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. And just while we're waiting for this to open, just very quickly to explain to you, in the documentation provided on RTA Online, we go over what you can bring over, what you can't, because there are limitations to what you can bring over. So let's start a new project. I'm going to call this project FCP7 to CS6. And if you have an external hard drive plugged in, you're going to want to change the location of this to that drive so that your project file is saved on your external hard drive. So if you open it up in one lab or another lab or an edit suite, all your information will be contained on one drive. So let's click OK. This new sequence window is going to open up. We can just click cancel because we're not actually making a new sequence. We're going to be importing basically a sequence out of Final Cut Pro 7. Once this interface has opened up, we're going to navigate up to File, Import, and you're going to navigate to that file that we saved, the XML file we saved out of Final Cut Pro, FCP7 to CS6, and we're going to click Import. It's going to take a second to import, and you're going to see we have a new bin that pops up in the bottom corner here. If I just change this, you can see that we have the bin. It's got 6 items in it, and as we open that up, you'll see that we have Sequence 1, which is our sequence, so I'm going to double-click that. We have all our bins that have all our clips. Everything is named properly. And as I scroll down here, everything is named the same way it was in Final Cut Pro 7. It also did bring across bars and tone because that's not something that translates the same in Premiere Pro CS6. But as you can see, everything plays back properly. Everything plays back properly on the timeline. The one obviously thing that's a little bit different, we had some text that was centered on the screen in Final Cut Pro 7. It's come over left justified in CS6. So there are a couple small things that won't come over exactly the way that they were in Final Cut Pro 7, but that's a very, very easy fix. And now we can play our project back in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. Check the documentation on RTA Online for more information. Thanks for watching.